Good morning, YouTube. Sorry I'm a little late with this tonight. We had 4 games tonight. Let's get right into it. First off was Buffalo at home against the Rangers. Now, by the way, I do want to tell you this also. There was no change in the playoff standings tonight, so I'm not going to go into that part of the of this review. But I will tell you the records after tonight and stuff, and tell you more about. But once again, no change in the playoff standings tonight. So let's get right into it. Rangers at Buffalo. Going into tonight, Rangers were 24-24-8 with 56 points. Buffalo was 28-21-7 with 63 points. Rangers win 6-2. No power plays for the Rangers. Buffalo went 1 for 3 on the power play. Shots were 29 for the Rangers, 33 for the Sabres. With that win, the Rangers go to 25-24-8 with 58 points. And the loss is the Sabres, their 22nd loss of the year. They're 28-22-7 now. Still 63 points. Still a lot of season to play going into the final 2 months of the season. Next, Carolina at home against Edmonton. Going into this, Edmonton was 24-27-5 with 53 points. Carolina 29-22-6 with 64 points. And when it's all said and done, Carolina beats Edmonton 3-1. And by the way, I want you to see. Got this right for it. And as you see, I used it on the same sheet that I did last night's games on. Both teams did not score on power play. Edmonton was 0 for 3. Carolina 0 for 2. Shots, Edmonton 41. Carolina 27. The win gives Carolina their 30th win of the season. They are 30-22-6 now with 66 points. And Edmonton is 24-28-5 with still 53 points. Still plenty of game left, and I'll tell you, and believe it or not, still every team in the West is still in it. You can tell there are teams out in the West, or should I say in the East, stuff. And also, I got some news to tell you coming up, and it's courtesy of the NHL Network, which I'm watching here too. All right, going into our next game. The Jersey at Minnesota. New Jersey was playing a back-to-back after last night's loss in Chicago. They were in Minnesota. Once again, Chicago was entering this game. New Jersey was entering this game 21-28-5 with 50 points. Minnesota was entering 27-25-5 with 59 points. This game did go into overtime, so they did pick up a point. The extra point goes to New Jersey. So New Jersey wins in overtime 5-4. Power plays were 1 for 4 for New Jersey, 1 and 2 for Minnesota. Shots on goal, 28 for New Jersey, Minnesota 32. With that win, the Devils are now at 22-28-8 with now 52 points thanks to that win. But as you know, it's technically they get that 1 point and then they get the extra point, so it goes into stats of something else. The Wild, they get that 1 point, so they're now 27-25-6 with now 60 points. Still no change in their standings, but anything can still happen. And finally, the nightcap, Boston and Anaheim. Boston was entering the night at 32-17-8 with 72 points. Anaheim 22-26-9 with 53 points, and it was a shutout for Boston. Boston beat Anaheim 3-0. Boston went 1 for 4 on the power play. Anaheim 0 for 3 on the power play. Shots on goal 29 for Boston. Anaheim 30 shots on goal. The win gives Boston their 33rd win of the year. They also are at 33, 17, and 8 with 74 points. The loss is Anaheim, their 27th loss of the year. They're still 53 points. But anything can still happen. Now, like I said, this did not change the standings at all. Minnesota still stays where they're at, but they got potential coming up. Anaheim, with that loss, it's still a possibility. They're still above the Kings. But Carolina, with their win, they are a point behind Pittsburgh for that wild card seat. New Jersey still stays at the bottom of the Metro. Boston, with their win, stays in third place. In Buffalo, they stay put where they're at. So, like I said, there's no change in the standings. No change in the playoff standings. So, going into tomorrow's games, let me tell you, we got 3 matinee games tomorrow, and remember, these are at Eastern times. Okay, Eastern Standard Times. Okay. So at 1 Eastern, noon Central, it's Detroit at Philadelphia. Going into this game, Detroit is 23, 28, and 7 with 53 points. And Philadelphia is 26, 24, and 7 with 59 points. This is their second meeting of the year. And Philadelphia won that game, so they got 2 points already on the Red Wings. Next is Calgary at Pittsburgh. Going into this game, it's Calgary is 34, 16, and 7 with 75 points. Pittsburgh is 30, 20, and 7 with 67 points. And this is their final meeting of the year, with Pittsburgh winning the first one. They got 2 points on Calgary, so we'll see what happens. This is the third meeting between Blues and Colorado. That'll be at 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 Central. And St. Louis entering this game is 29, 22, and 5, seeking their 9th win in a row. Bennington will be in goal, by the way, most likely, with Allen getting to start Sunday, and I'll tell you about Sunday's games later today, as we're at 4:26 in the morning here and stuff. Yeah, 4:26 in the morning. Like I said, this is the third meeting. Colorado is 23, 23, and 11 with 57 points. This is the third meeting. Both games went into a shootout, and the Blues won both games, so they have 4 points on the Avalanche. The Avalanche have 2 points since they lost, but anything can still happen. Then at 7 o'clock, the evening games. Toronto at home. Toronto at Arizona. Entering this game, Toronto is 36, 18, and 4 with 75 points. Arizona is 25, 27, and 5 with 55 points. This is their last meeting of the year, and Toronto lost the last meeting, so Arizona has 2 points. Anything can happen. We'll see what happens going into this meeting. Also, Ottawa and Winnipeg entering this game. Senators are 21, 31, and 5 with 47 points. Winnipeg is 36, 19, and 3 with 75 points. Last meeting, Ottawa won. They got 2 points already on Winnipeg. And once again, anything can happen. Also, Montreal, Tampa Bay. This is their second meeting of the year. Entering this game, it's 31, 19, and 7 with 69 points for Montreal. And Tampa Bay is 43, 11, and 4 with 90 points. Third meeting of the year for them. This is their third meeting of the year. And Already Tampa Bay has 4 points on Montreal. So, anything can happen. Next is Edmonton versus the Islanders. Entering this game, Edmonton is 24, 28, and 5 with 53 points. Islanders are 34, 17, and 6 with 74 points. First meeting of the year for these two teams. Anything can happen. Most likely, I think the Islanders will dominate, but we'll see what can happen. Especially with Connor McDavid on the Oilers, you just never know. Also, so those are your 7 o'clock games, or 8 o'clock games, or should I say 6 o'clock games. At 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central, it's Dallas at Carolina. Dallas is entering 29, 23, and 5 with 63 points. Carolina is 30, 22, and 6 with 66 points. This is also their first meeting of the year. Just never know. And also Carolina is playing up back-to-back home games. So we'll see what happens. The Blue Jackets are in Chicago. Columbus is entering this with a 32, 21, and 3 record with 67 points. Chicago is entering 24, 25, and 9 with 57 points. Second and last meeting of the year, Chicago won the first one, so 2 points already for Chicago. Next is Nashville taking on the Golden Knights. Oh, by the way, the Chicago game is at 8:30, 7:30 Central. And now the Nightcaps, Nashville at the Golden Knights. This is at 10 Eastern, 9 Central. Nashville is entering 34, 21, and 5 with 73 points. Vegas is 31, 24, and 4 with 66 points. This is the third and final meeting between these two teams. Nashville won the previous 4 points already for Nashville in this series. Also, third meeting between the Canucks and Sharks. This time they're at the Shark Tank. Entering this game, the Canucks are 26, 26, and 7 with 59 points. San Jose is 34, 17, and 7 with 75 points. The Sharks have won both games, and the Sharks have 4 points on the Canucks. And finally, at 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central, Boston at LA. Entering this game, Boston is 33, 17, and 8 with 74 points. LA is 23, 8, 28, and 6. This is the final meeting between these two teams. The last game went into a shootout. Boston won it. So LA does have a point on Boston this year, on this series. So we can see what can happen. You never know what can happen going on with this crazy thing. Okay, we did have a trade today, and I'm going to get that information for you guys real fast. Cam Talbot traded to Flyers by Oilers. Basically, Cam Talbot is now going to be a Flyer. Basically, the Flyers are selling. They are. They have. And the Flyers send Stoller to Edmonton in exchange for, So we'll see. We'll see what can happen. Cam Talbot's a pretty good goalie in my view. I think he probably will fit in great in Philadelphia, but you just never know what can happen. So, and the trade deadline is approaching. We're only 10 days from it, and I'll give you some news on that when that happens. So, alright, a pretty big trade. Cam Talbot goes to Philadelphia in exchange for Storez. Sorry I butchered that name. He will go to Edmonton. So, that is it. If you guys got comments, comment below on what you think, how this season's going on. You know, anything can happen, by the way. You just never know what can happen going on in these final few games. You know, we're entering the frantic months, especially when we get to March. We're in that, technically in the final full month of the season. So anything can happen, folks. You just gotta bear with it. As you see this time, by the way, I'm wearing one of my hockey jerseys. This is my retro I ordered, and I'll get, you know, it's a great. This is a great jersey. I love it. So, by the way, the Blues do have a back-to-back, and I will give you the preview of tomorrow's games when I do the next video. So that's about it, and I love you guys a lot. Please leave a comment, and by the way, remember, check out the hockey guy if you want to see his view and take on things, because he's more of hockey than I am. I love doing sports, and I pretty much also like doing these videos and stuff. But I like to keep you informed also. So that is my take. This is DP Sports Review, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.